Folks, and welcome to our broadcast. How are you guys doing this morning? Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. We want to give ourselves a little space this morning. How are you guys doing today out there on social media, on Facebook, on YouTube, Facebook and YouTube, wherever you're joining us from this morning? Great to have all of you on the live. How are you guys this morning? We want to know. Let us know how you guys are doing today. Good to have all of you here with us. Bernadette, Patricia Miller, Roxanne Lucky, Luann Roberts Hall. Good to have all of you. Wendell Hudson, Cheval McDonald. Good to have all of you on the live. Ingrid Crawford, Lynette Finance, Sandra Hanover, Rena Marks, Shirlene. Rena understands the assignment. Rena says loud and clear. I happy. We don't have to prod people. Y'all hearing me? How we singing? Soon as Rena come on. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Ravi says present. Ravi Diorup, good to have you on the live this morning. Joy Barry, I got Marlon Lorimer, good to have you. Innovative Mastermind Spooner, one person. Happy to have all of you here with us this morning, folks. I hope you all got your phone close by if you're watching us on your smart television, because this is a morning I want to hear from you. Some of these issues, what's happening with wind? Promises made, promises broken. Promises made, promises broken. I want to hear from you on that and a number of other issues on the other side of the hour. Good to have you. It's just after 9 in the national capital city. Fairly decent weather this morning. The kids have gone off. And the big one's here. Big ones are here. Y'all know us big people, we got to stick together. Us big people, we got to stick together. How y'all doing? Good folks, how y'all doing? I'm so happy to have all of you with us. John and Ian Williams, and I got Denise Booker. Good to have all of you with us this morning. Gwyneth Anderson. Good to have Gwyneth here with us. You know, it's only our breakfast table on a weekday morning. Got right now 500 people around it. We big-hearted like that. We large-hearted like that. The pie big enough for all of us and a little black tea. For all of us, Ashley H. and Erwin Dunn. Erwin, how you doing? Erwin, how you doing? Erwin is overseas, coming back to full strength. Erwin, how you doing? You all heard from me. Bernice, good to see you on the live this morning. Mandy and Juliet, good to have all of you around our breakfast table this morning. I'm halfway through. Well, I'm almost finished with a little black tea this end. You know, it's gonna put a little hot thing on your stomach. That's how we say it locally. Bring a little hot tea, put it on my stomach. Guyanese different, you know. Guyanese different. You know, a friend and I, a couple of years ago, we were in Times Square in New York, taking in the scenery there, you know, blending in like the natives. You know, us New Yorkers, how we operate. And my friend and I, hard at Times Square, you know, contemplating not coming back, staying under the radar. That's what it is. It was a couple of years ago. It was a couple of years ago. Bernice, I just had my coffee. My tea just finished. Sparkle City in the house this morning. Good morning to you, Sparkle City, South Carolina, Spartanburg, Sparkle City. Good to have you in the house this morning. I feel like going downtown Greenville. Excuse me. Talk to me differently. I feel like going downtown Greenville right now. Right now. Fast in a hurry. Gotta do what we gotta do. Gotta go downtown. Elise Williams and Erwin Dunn, Avril and Simone. All you other beautiful folks joining us this morning. Happy to have you all on the live. So I want to get your comments this morning. We're going to put up the information at the right time. Elizabeth says, listen to this. You know the bourgeoisie. You know the petty bourgeoisie and the bourgeoisie. Elizabeth says she's having some hibiscus tea with cinnamon and ginger. Them kind take a drink. Yep. Elizabeth says that's what she's having this morning. Plainfield, New Jersey's in the house. Everett Small. Elizabeth says she's having hibiscus tea with cinnamon and ginger. That's in her utensil for drinking. When I get bigger, I want to be like some of y'all. You drinking your cinnamon and your hibiscus and your ginger, and you overlooking the gallery, the palatial spread there in Sparkle City. I want to be like y'all. Please and thank you. How are y'all doing, folks? Good to have you all on the live. The emojis look a little thin. 600 plus y'all on the live this morning, but emojis look a little soft. You know how? Good to have all of you here. Easing back into this new dispensation. We're trying to be less loud and more impactful. How about something there? Good morning, folks. 700 of you watching us. But you couldn't tell from the emojis. You couldn't tell from the emojis. You couldn't tell. Please and thank you. How you all doing? Gwyneth and Shelley Doretta, beautiful people. Deborah Pearson is here too. Mary Bryan, Kurt Heidekan. Kurt, how are you doing? Miss Sherry McFarlane. Look at these rich people names, man. Shelley McFarlane. Hewla Lafferman Rubens. Seven creature habits. Once I get to call your name one time like that, it's sticking in my head. Even if you put Hewla Rubens, I still remember Lafferman. You see, that's how the old brains is working, you know. Wendell Hudson, good to have all of you on the live this morning. I'm so happy to just be alive. How was song there? Happy to be alive. You know? All right, let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. We start this morning. You know, we talk about easing into this parliamentary period. I think it was the parliamentary lead for the new parliamentarians, Dr. Terence Campbell, who said over the weekend before Marvin Williams resigned live on air, you know, he was given a kind of a context, the urgency of putting politics above people. We can't do it. People above politics. So we can keep putting people first. He said, don't do it. We gotta put people first. That's what he said.
We can't play
That's what he said. Take a look.
The people who are in poverty. Their needs must be addressed immediately. And we must work with the other opposition parties and with the government to address the concerns of those people. With both an agenda, a nationalist agenda of advancing Guyana, or we go in, make no mistake, also with an agenda of retaking power in 2030.
That's what he said. We're going to talk to who we got to talk to get to where we need to go, because where we need to go is where we can bring real relief and meaningful change to the peoples of the cooperative republic called producing nation, Guyana. That's what we're going to put it succinctly. Couldn't put it better myself, even if I tried, and I have tried. Couldn't put it better myself. Good to have all of you, 800 plus of you now on the live this morning. And we got a couple of things we want to talk about as we begin our broadcast. But wherever you're joining us from, just in case you joined later and you didn't hear us say, smash the emoji button, share the live, we just said it again, just for y'all. You know, we understand as one gets on in age, you know, you don't always remember, that kind of stuff. So we're reminding you, we remind you the price of admission is simple. Everybody can give $5 or $10 or what have you. Everybody can do that. But at least we could do something even more simple. We could do something even more simple. We could share the live. We could smash that emoji button so that others get to receive valid and credible information. If you find any value in our program, a channel in Sharon, or in the program, if you find any value in that, do us a big favor. Partner with us if you can. Share the live. Smash that emoji button as well. Folks, I'm feeling young at heart this morning. I'm feeling young at heart this morning. Is that okay with you? Is that okay? I'm feeling 900 and counting. Good to have all of you on the broadcast. Let's get into it. We actually have a couple of things we want to pass by you guys as we start this morning. I know lots of you in the diaspora, you keep the flag flying high, and that's where we begin this morning. We saw this report on Newsroom. I want to give them the credit for it, highlighting what this particular Guyanese has been doing in the diaspora. Guyanese educator who was recently honored in New York for human service excellence. It's a good thing to help your fellow human, to help mankind, to be a blessing to other people. There is something in that is useful, that gives one a sense of purpose. Don't just live for yourself. Live for others as well. We live for kids. We live for family. Live for community, to make a difference. To make a difference. And we know lots of you are like Crystal Astwood, who keep the flag flying high even in the diaspora. Hope I'm calling the name right. Astwood. Astwood. Crystal Astwood. She received the Excellence in Human Service Delivery Award, right, at this event in New York City recently. Right? They call it the EHSDA Gala 2 days ago. She leads a nonprofit organization that provides support for families in Guyana and in the diaspora. And she was recognized for that work, the work she's doing with what you guys call underserved communities, including, listen to this, literacy program, social assistance. That's so nice. Right? And she said, Miss Astwood, that the award motivates her to expand services in Guyana, and she highlighted the need for greater resources for vulnerable groups. Take a bow, Crystal Astwood. Take a bow. Keeping the flag flying high, you're gone in the diaspora and you don't forget where you come from. You didn't forget. Like so many of you, you all send the little donations, you send the little remittances to your family, and by virtue of that, you keep all of us going. You check in You know, you're paying for somebody doing lessons, going to school, doing something with a different. Look, I got a couple of things I'm going to be doing differently in this new dispensation, in this parliamentary term, right? And y'all who want help, you might be able to help individually because, well, you could be able to help individually, but perhaps not on the scale that you want to. Not on the scale that you want to. So, you know, if Mandy got $5, Mandy can't get the whole 100. Margaret always gives us something. Margaret got the $10, and then Gloria give you a 5. You know, one dirty. Build down cross the kanji. That's what the poem says. David Aberdeen, poet, author, thought leader. One dirty make down cross the kanji. Aberdeen's poem says. That's how we do it. We are band together. That's why community is so important. Individually, we can't do nothing. You all did not understand the concept of the snowflake, but together, those snowflakes band together, get all avalanche, and that's how we got to think. Claire Alexis, Chamley Richmond, thank you always for your generosity. Thank you so much. You know what I find? You know what I found over the last Net Bucket says set up an NGO. We coming wrong there. We coming wrong there. We coming wrong there as an NGO. I want you all to understand that In the Ring is registered as a company. ITR Production is a registered company. But I understand the values of having an NGO as well. Right? We got to band together. We told you we were in Barbina Region 1. Recently, our drone flew away. And we're eyeing a sturdier drone. Right? It's going to cost us $1,000 US. We're going to raise it piece by piece and come back on track. $1,000 US. We can do it. When we band together, Lester Williams or David, I won't pronounce the first name. Is it Orta? David Paulette. You might maybe say, hold $1,000 US. But together, $1 here, $2 so. People laugh at us when we ask for $5. They ain't giving you $5, but they can laugh at us. Right? When we band together. Let me tell you something. My experience is this. You have people, you know, who at one time or another might send us, let's say $300 US. Never ask us a question. Never ask me a question. You got a couple people in our experience. Send me $5. What are you doing with it? I want to see the proposal. I want to see the proposal. I want a business plan. Where is $5? Right? That we always find it a little funny. Right? The people who really support us never look back. Y'all look at us over 5 years and tell us if we mismanage, we get big for we boots. We get big for we boots. We no longer think we gone up. Or haven't we stayed the same? Trying to bring you the valid and credible information. Haven't we done that? Haven't we done that? I cut my hair for y'all yesterday. Brush my teeth. Pajamas. I respect y'all too much to come here looking anyhow. You know, and I still not to get it the way I want. You know, fix up the kitchen a little bit. You know, neaten up the books, bring in some fresh flowers. We respect you. We respect you too much. Thank you guys in the diaspora. That's what I really was coming to say. Thank you for keeping the flag flying high and for remembering us. And kudos to Crystal Ashwood for being who she is and helping. Right? Y'all might be able to help on the scale of Crystal. Right? But you can help nonetheless, you know. You're with the woman with the marmite, something like that, the Bible story says. You know. So good morning to all of you. You're now joining us. Just some of what we're covering this morning, Pretty Militia and Savage and Everil and Mandy. Some of what we're touching on this morning. You know, carry come free market. Carry come free market. They're moving in this direction now. Finally, they said 3 other countries, I think it is, are going to be coming on stream fully. 4 CARICOM nations are going to be implementing the free movement, full free movement from October 1. And this is Barbados, Belize, Dominica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Fully from October 1. This will allow CARICOM nationals to live, work, and access health and education services without a work permit, without permits. That's what they say, without permits. Right? Access health, education services, live and work as part of CARICOM's Enhanced Cooperation chapter. And this is seen as a step towards the long-promised Caribbean single market and economy. Step in the right direction. And Prime Minister Mia Mottley of Barbados, who leads the initiative, said that the move will let regional citizens transfer their skills freely and to help to build a resilient Caribbean. Resilient Caribbean. We all for that. We all for that. I'm just sad that it has taken so long. Errol Barrow and Eugenia Charles and Eric Williams, Forbes Burnham, those is turning the grave ever so often, that we haven't come further along the road of real Caribbean integration. We must turn the grave, but we're fixing it. We can get it right, one way or the other. We're going to get it right. We can get it right. One of the things we're following, the whales gas to shore, my God. I hope you're set to send us some voice notes because we can raise an issue just now. You got to be set. The whales gas to shore. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord of mercy. We're supposed to be getting electricity at half price right now. 50% reduced. Right? They're now pouring the foundation. Jesus. 2 years ago, the project was to complete, but of course, Jagyo behind it. There's another skeleton in the making. They just pour the foundation for the turbine foundation. Just pour the concrete for the turbine foundation. 2 years after the project is supposed to be complete. So much for that. The foundation work is now being put into place. Folks, they said it must be complete within 120 days. Here now. You go behind there, you go way down at the back by Wales. Back. You see nothing. Put a drone up in here, you can't see nothing. They said the overall project is 68% complete. 68, perhaps. Like the new Ministry of Works, Public Works headquarters, they're mobilizing off-site. 68% complete. Telling us now it's going to include a 57 megawatt gas turbine, 2 steam turbines. They're trying to provide up to 30 megawatts of electricity. Right. Sorry, up to 300 megawatts. I should put on the glasses now. Up to 300 megawatts of electricity. Hopefully we get the thing at half price. Finally, this is natural gas now from this Stabrook block will be piped to this gas source site at Wales, where an industrial zone for a fertilizer plant, a glass factory, and a data center is also planned. Yeah. They done cut the ribbon. Promise delivered. Promise delivered. 2 years ago, you promised me 50% off electricity bill. The plant was supposed to be completed. And we're still in a hole in pattern. We're still in a hole in pattern. Just like how we're wasting time with these electoral fraud case. Imagine another election come and gone. My God, its own fraud case to prosecute the PPP. And the first one, the foundation just pour. The foundation just pour. The case continued on the yesterday, the 15th. This election fraud trial resumed. Bogus charges, of course, no merit, no validity, or anything like that. And that's why it's taking them so long. They said they had canter loads of evidence. And Yesterday we were told that, of course, in this case, you got persons like our own beloved sister Carol Joseph and our beloved sister Lady Volda Ann Lawrence and so on being prosecuted. We stand with them. We stand with them. This sham trial, right? Yesterday we told the former head for presidential candidate for TCI. You all remember them? Oh my God! The Citizens Initiative or Citizenship Initiative, TCI. My God, one Guyana advisor, TCI. Yeah, Ron the Lamb, the former presidential candidate for TCI. She testified yesterday. She said she saw a lot of discrepancies, right? A lot of discrepancies and mismatch with tabulation, right? Blatant discrepancies. But apparently, when they asked her for any evidence of that, she said, "Well, I can get it right." She said, "I can get it right." You have any evidence or so on, right? One way or the other, didn't seem to have that, right? She said according to the report, under cross examination, she could not confirm whether all observers were properly accredited, but insisting there were blatant discrepancies. Yeah. Show me the evidence. Y'all remember that fella? Show me the evidence. Yep. It says now what you know is we could prove in court. I'm quoting law-abiding citizen there. It's not what you know is we could prove in court. But we know this thing got no truth to it. No facts to it whatsoever. No facts to it whatsoever. Show me the evidence. Turn to this, what you call them, CSRs from Balwant Singh Hospital. We hear it's a love triangle that caused this acid throwing. Well, listen to me. Love triangle or not, nobody deserves to have any corrosive substance, or any substance at all, thrown them. That's why even when we're celebrating Pagua, a beautiful festival, if somebody says, "I'm not playing Pagua," respect that. Much more to be good showing corrosive substance. You know, we told that a 32-year-old male, one Kevin Mervyn Daniels, he's been identified as the mastermind behind this September 10th acid attack on Jalicia Leach in the precincts of Balwant Singh Hospital. Daniels allegedly confessed that he hired two men to throw the acid on Leach after she ended their affair and disclosed the relationship to his partner. Jesus. That still don't qualify. That still don't cut it. Leach, for her part, recounted from her hospital bed, according to this report, how she was doused outside a hair salon, ran to shops for water, and was ignored. And she has suffered burns to her face, stomach, hands, and she's calling for justice. And we're told that police are still searching for the two accomplices. That is, Beast don't do that justice. Beast does not do that any justice at all. At all. He don't do it justice. Can't do it justice. Turn our attention to some political matters now. You know, sometimes the meme, they create themselves. Right? Priya now gone to garbage. Never thought I'd see the day. They learned it, Priya Manikchan. gone to garbage. I don't say it lightly. We saw yesterday at Higgs Bosch. All kinds of things flying in my eyes this morning. We saw yesterday at Higgs Bosch. She gone to garbage. I like the memes. They create themselves. You not do too much work these days. I find these folks like so much attention. Nobody does work quietly now, you know. You realize that? People give you a can of sardine, you gotta shake a hand, take out the photograph. You're going to garbage. You got a photographer there. You know, I think what's happening here? Pre wants to show. No. Local government and regional development, that's not a step down. That's bigger than education, man. It's bigger than education. Right? What took her today? What took her to garbage? How she beat garbage? How? The Higgs Bosch landfill now receives 400 trucks of waste per day. Garbage increasing on the PPP. Garbage increase on the PPP. 400 truckloads of waste per day, up from 200 a few years ago. It's a lot of garbage in this government. A lot of garbage. Priya apparently told the press that the surge in the garbage in the PPP necessitates immediate improvements. They fling out Ben. They fling out Joe. They fling out Anand. This surge in garbage necessitates immediate improvement. But I thought, what a poignant picture. What a poignant picture. Priya by the garbage dump. Priya Park by the garbage dump. These memes create themselves. Create themselves. And like the president of the Youth Choice Initiative, he went to garbage too. He looks like he's now our PA. He's a foot to foot behind she. Because of course, for the Youth Policy Initiative, whatever they call it, Youth Policy Program, right? That's a dud. Not doing nothing, so he get enough time now. PA. Garbage policy. A garbage youth policy. We gotta do so much better. I trying to come in light, but then these memes create themselves. PA gone to garbage now. They create themselves so effortlessly. I want to hear your thoughts on that. I want to hear your thoughts. PA gone to garbage. Gone to garbage. I want to hear your thoughts. Send me them voice notes. But what do I want to come to frontally? With the little remaining time we have left in our broadcast, besides Priya going to garbage, we got the things we want to talk about. Is this issue with Anug? Apparently, we're being told, this is why I want to really hear y'all comment son, but anything else, anything else we can take. What's happening with Anug? We're hearing via one of their former members and leaders, the young Altia King, that Anug was promised 2 seats. Anug was promised 2 seats. And now that the crown gonna share the pie, gonna be eaten, Anug has been huffed from not eating. Y'all ever hear that phrase? That's what chess is, checkers is what. Huff from not eating. Is that it too, or something different? That's what we're being told. And of course, I'm picking this story up. We're picking this story up from Guyana Times. That former executive of a new and united Guyana, Anug, Altia King, she's criticizing the Win Party for omitting, denying, neglecting, reneging on Anug's nominee for its parliamentary list, despite promises of allocated seats. And I saw, I think it was our brother, veteran journalist Gordon Mosley, on our post this morning on this same subject matter, reminding some folks, because some folks said, when Anug and them make deal, you see how memory short? We memory little short. We memory little short. And Gordon was there saying, look, it's just in June. They hammer out this deal. They collate, they coalesce, whatever you want to call it. You know, our promises being broken so soon. I want to hear from you all this morning. Marc de France, apparently supposed to be in the National Assembly, supposed to be part of the parliamentary lineup from Win. That is not so. There's a number. Send us a voice note or two on this or any other thing you want to get off your chest. I'd be happy for to play those voice notes here. You know, when you call, people get knocked off. If we're talking to somebody on the phone, on the telephone, and somebody else calls, for whatever reason, the audio goes down, or sometimes the audio cuts. You know, we got a little cheap mango pelter, right? So until such time, it's more efficient for us if you send us a voice. So promises being broken so soon. But this is like human nature. We understand that sometimes, you know, people agree and so on, and then when push comes to shove, I said, nah, but this thing look too much. Forgive now. Too much. Right? And then you see some people asking us, what they given during campaign and all they know. During the campaign, nobody didn't complaining. Who is she and who is he? Where you come from and what it do? You know, show me the logbook, how much time you clock in on your campaign. But no. Now the Conga for share. I want to hear from you all. Y'all don't disappoint me. I want to hear from you all. Send us a voice. The number is there, 627-6963. That, unfortunately, is not a MTCN code for Western Union or MoneyGram. That's our phone number. So send us a voice note. What are your thoughts? Is this too soon? You know, the people getting gluttonous, right? Is this what's happening? You know, yesterday morning I told you all I saw an interesting post under, I think it's a story from News Source, Gordon's outlet, Gordon's media entity, about Ali saying that he wants inclusivity. He wants this is his last term to have inclusivity finally. And I saw Team Mohammed commented, if you want inclusivity, free up we go license, export, and free up we quarry license, and free up we gun licenses, and free up this. And I didn't say anything about the people. You know, I didn't say anything about the people there. Is this the real nature we see showing up? I want you all to have your say. Whether you all are win people or you isn't win people, yes, PPP people, we don't discriminate. We got inclusiveness in voice notes around these parts. So I invite you all to share a voice note with us. Don't make it too long. It's not your program. a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Keep it succinct. You know, some of you know how to do that. But I'd really love to hear from you. What's going on here? When people, if you all know it wasn't so, you all say no to see pledge and promise. Let us know. King says that it was initially pledged to give Anuk 2 seats. 2 seats. That was the pledge. Right? But that the published list only includes former APNU AFC members. You see, we never in the thing and we name getting called. We never in the mix and we name getting called. Tabitha, Natasha, John, along with WIN members, but nobody for Anug. Nobody for Anug. And here is the young lady, the former leader in Anug, Algier King. She says that WIN is engaged in cutthroat politics and has betrayed a group that has helped it to win their first seats in the National Assembly. WIN is engaged in cutthroat politics. We are quoting here, pulling this from Ghana Times today, involving cutthroat politics. All right, let's take a comment or two, and then we're going to come back. Cutthroat politics here.
Good morning, Sherrod. Good morning. Sherrod, I'm not going to pay too much attention to Anog nor WIN, because at the end of the day, people get the government they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
What is on my mind this morning is all these resignations from persons. I want to ask a question firstly. Is a parliamentary seat the only way in which our leaders can represent our people? Because at the end of the day, it's only 12 seats. And I'm sure that the leader will have things in place to utilize the skills of the other persons who did not get to go to parliament.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say congratulations to you and the others who we've seen on the front line working all the time, right? I want to urge our partners and our supporters not to give up hope, but to continue to, help the leader to rebuild. There are other persons who deserve a seat, but this is not the time to get up in your feelings. Now is the time to put your hands to the plow and help to rebuild the People's National Congress. On another note, Sherrod, please inbox me personally. That's what is on my mind. People need to get real. People need to understand what's happening. The People's National Congress went up against all odds and they fought valiantly. Let's not forget the people who voted for us. Let's not forget that this is not the first time we're encountering challenges, but at the end of the day, we have to fight those challenges. Thanks again.
Thank you,
Sharon. We need to find a way to approach our financial dilemma, because it's not working the way it is.
Thank you so much, Marlon. Marlon always has that mature view that I love and I respect so much. Thank you again, Marlon, for coming through this morning and for sharing that with us. It is said, any man who put his hand to the plow and turn back is unworthy to enter the kingdom.
Hi, Brother Sherrod.
Good morning.
And greetings to the listening, to the viewers. First, let me send out congratulations to Mr. Norton, to Brother R.B. Compton Norton, for a good effort despite of all of the challenges.
Yes.
I want to congratulate our indigenous Sister Jaretta Fernandez,
Correct.
for a good effort. Just want to encourage the sister that all is not lost, and continue to fight for the cause of the people, especially your indigenous brothers and sisters. Continue to fight, continue to show up, and you will reach to the top, sister. Congratulations, and I would feel more better to know if you guys did pull it through. But we all know, we all see and know.
Correct.
We'll go on. We all know we'll go on. You know. But congratulations. And next thing, Brother Sharon, I want Guyanese to understand that this thing is the way you see people allow themselves to fall into with this win party and the PPP party and thing. They will see things happening right around them. When somebody go cry out, they will come and they will push a car where they will get from some car, you know, where you can't afford to buy. And this is how they will get we all the time. This is how they will get we all the time. You hear what a man holler? But if even want inclusivity, we should do nothing but the people. Guyanese, we better open our eyes. We better open our eyes. We better open our eyes. We keep following, allowing ourselves to follow the little crumbs around and fighting each other just for the little crumbs and sinking the masses more just for the little crumbs. How more bitter and wicked we could get to ourselves.
All right.
We got to open our eyes with this same win party and this PPP. Y'all want to see story. Y'all want to see story. Thanks, Brother Sharon.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. Thanks very, very much for that. Love when my brother calls, Ricardo. Thank you so much.
Morning, Mr. Duncan.
Morning, Chief.
I don't understand why people surprised if promise was made concerning the win and promise and kept. When you get two presidential candidates in a WhatsApp group arguing for who should pay how much tax and so, in other words, planning to thief the taxpayers' money. And they come share it out in a diplomatic way. So how can you expect them to keep promise? People better open up their eyes. Anyway, moving on. Let them try it. It's them vote for them. Anyway, I agree with Mr. Nathan for the list we choose. I think it's a good 12 we choose there. And yeah, people got to understand. Since I realized it's 12 seat, I realize a lot of people gonna be left out, have to be left out of that list, right? But I believe he made a wrong choice. So, Mr. Doggy, if he left you out, then I would have said that was not a wise move. If he left out Jaretta, I would have said that is not a wise move. But the list he chose, I think, is a very wise choice and a very wise list he made. So I approve the list.
The list has been approved, folks. I'm just a small part. I am just a small part and grateful to have been given the nod. I am just a very, very small, a little fish in a very big ocean. Very small part. Good morning, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
A little quick note on this ruling party and this honor issue. I guess the honor would have guaranteed something based on the number of votes they were able to capture the election. I guess the number of votes that was so insignificant they didn't deserve the 2 seats that was promised as one. So
With that too.
I am really saddened to know the Chinese mindset. People that voted for winning party from predominantly certain areas.
I hear you. Somebody calling and messing us up. Thank you. Somebody calling we and messing it up. Thank you very much. You know. Thank you so much. You know. Yeah, some very, very interesting views. I think our guy is gonna finish up once they stop calling me. This is what happens, right? Send a voice note. That's what the VN there is for. VN voice note. right? And that's a number there. All right, this is taking too long to stop. We're gonna have to stop it.
Those people in my mind, they have a needy mentality. And if they had studied Mr. Mohammed properly, how Mr. Mohammed was carried wealth, you don't know he basically gained wealth from corruption by way of the PP government. So PP aid him to get wealthy. He know the playbook. He know all the tricks that they got in the playbook. And he decided he would use the tricks against them. And he was not that successful. He hurt the party on the other side. But again, the other day before time, the Guyanese, we are very short-sighted. When we had certain needs, we're very short-sighted. And we don't look long-term. We had no long-term plan and stability for our own immediate family. It's what about today, we think about today, I feel tomorrow can provide for itself.
All right, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. A lot of allegations there. Some very strong allegations there. That being said, thanks for that contribution. And here is another one. Guys, thank you so much for sending through the voice notes and not calling. Thank you so much. Morning.
Good morning, FYI family.
Morning.
This morning, let me talk my mind. The election just finished. And we, the black people, something really wrong with we, that we gonna left Mohammed in fact, as a president, and gonna vote for Mohammed and next Indian, where they both is Muslim. Where are we gonna be in 2 more years or 3 more years from now? Some of we didn't even went on vote. And those who went on vote, most of them vote for a next Indian person. When are we gonna wake up and see the light? Or we prefer to get down the bottom of the ladder? Black people, wake up. Wake up, black people. It's not too late. Wake up. And you see all them who resigning from the APNU party, it's just time with them because they can't pull the string. You hear the girl saying at how we like to talk and we can't pull the string. Hold the string. And she's in order because if 12 persons can go on there in the parliament, what do you expect? That 40 can go out the 12? It can work the massing, but we can't be restrained. And all who don't got left before and left now, I wish them good luck. Have a blessed day, everyone. Just want to leave a verse of scripture too from Psalms 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in spirit.
Yeah. All right, thank you for that contribution. No, I don't think it's about Indian versus black people in that sense. I think it's about sound policies. And I think if you read through, if you're concerned with the moving this country forward, it's not about if somebody's Indian or if they're black and leading, but it's where do the sound policies lie? And if it was that kind of election, then when I got no space there. You have to have some policies, and then you have to be able to articulate those policies as well. They wouldn't have any space. So what is it? The people, what's yet? I think we have had, by far, widely acknowledged, the best manifesto out there, catering for the people of this country. And I have no doubt the people can teach some of them ideas and implement them. Watch them. So for me, personally, it's not about whether it's an Indian leader or a black leader. If you can offer the goods, if you have what it takes, you have a sound plan to move this country forward, fair enough. And it didn't help win, claiming to want to serve the people. But in that post, they posted yesterday, it's about them and their family and what they can get. You're inclusive, give me back this, give me back that. And the people seem to have been left out. They walked down that road. That is the conversation we have to have. And that's fair comment. And where I agree with my sister is on the point of hold and strain. Right? If our political adversary, whether they're Indian or black or Portuguese or Chinese, can hold strain, now that's something we could borrow. And I've told you guys, I've always long admired Chetty Jagan for holding strain, 28 years in opposition. And he had the courage of his convictions not to bend, not to bow, not to kiss a ring. And Chetty didn't benefit from the fruits of his labor. How long was he president before his untimely demise and transition? How long? Came in 92? By 96, I believe, wasn't it? By 96, he was gone. Or was it 94? You all help me, you all historians, political historians. You all help me. He had 20 years benefiting. Some people say, I work. Gotta get it now. Gotta get it now. 28 years. He toiled and lived. I borrowed that from him. Toiled. You know, I sit at a board with... I left it for another time. So that's the point I agree with. Right? That's the point I agree with. If a man is Indian, black, Chinese, Portuguese, and he has the prerequisite to lead, come on now, this is the 21st century. You got the constituents, the innards to lead. You got to lead. Right? And when I talk about all of that, it's a song plan that is focused on the people. If we were focused on the people, the gas and show project is done build within the specification. If we were focused on policies based on what is outstanding, we didn't vote for them boys back. But see, we're dealing with the immediacy now. Like my sister said, we can't hold straight. That is the part of our argumentation I agree with. We can't hold straight. We got to hold straight. Right? And have a different 5 years than we did the last 5. We got to hold straight. Different 5 years. I ain't going into that race aspect of Indian and black. For me, that's a non-issue. Does the person have what it takes? And we got to refashion, not change the principles of the politics that are unchangeable, but the way we position, the way we capitalize on those principles, we got to do different.
First of all, I must welcome you and our strong and the brightest that is going to Parliament. I must welcome you all because I know we got the brightest. And we got the best. Then once we end there because we can clean, we can have to get Stevens and 3/4 Demerara River to get rid of the shit. So they got to clean the shit themselves. Anyway, sorry about that. I would like us, all of our followers, at least 2 days in a week, we're with Jersey and we have walk the streets of Georgetown, start intimidating these people just by wearing our jersey. 2 days in a week. 2 days. Every week, 2 days. Thank you. What is your take on that?
I agree with you to the extent that I don't want to intimidate them. I want to be effective and get the work done. Let me wear with jersey, we knock on doors. We engage Guyanese with a stronger plan on how we can move this country forward. I want to talk to Guyanese about not what they're voting against. I want to talk to them about what they're voting for. What are we offering that is so different? Not to intimidate them, but to inspire our people to our cause. That to me is a better use of our time and our energy, because if we just flaunting ourselves in the streets, but we're not really and truly engaging the people. It's just for show, for make them boys, think a little bit and so on. That has its place too. Psychological warfare in politics has its place. But if I got some time to use and some time to spend, I want to spend it with the people that matter, and that's the people of this country, and moving the needle where they're concerned, not for what is my personal gain, Lambo or Flambo, gold license, gold export license, cambio license, stone quarry license. You want that? You got them politics. You could go back into the private sector and do that. Lobby the people for lift your sanctions or what have you, and you do that clearly. That's what motivates you and energizes you, and go back in the WhatsApp and make whatever deal or so on. But politics is serious, but it's really about the people. It's really about the people. Folks are still calling. We can't take your call. We apologize. We just can't. Let us make it about the people. Return politics to the people.
Hey, Sherrod, salutations to you and your amazing audience. I have 3 quick thoughts I would just like to lay before you and your audience.
Shoot.
First, in reference to Mr. Compton, Aubrey Compton Norton, I don't believe that there is another politician in Guyana that would have stood the ground that he would have stood. He came through all the obstacles and everything all by himself. He was left out of parliament, but he didn't go anywhere. He stopped there and he ensured that he played his part. He fought a battle actually all by himself. Yes, with few supporters like you and the other few that did what they had to do. Secondly, with this Win Party is just an arm of the PPP. Nothing changed. Just the circumstances that they are facing right now that caused the Win Party to be in that position where they are. If that sanction should lift from that man tomorrow, you would see the difference. Thirdly, on my first live that I was with you on your program, I addressed the issue of the judiciary, I addressed the issue of policing, and I addressed the issue of the need to come together. I want to ask if and when Guyanese will be able to approach the judiciary in Guyana so that the law can be interpreted without they have to pay those large sums. For example, the $2 million that Amanza has to pay just because she went to the court to inquire, and the court can make it easy for her to understand or break it down so we all can understand. Is it right that you have to pay those kind of money in Guyana now? If you have to approach the judiciary to make something understandable for you? Those are the 3 things I just like to touch, and that's my contribution for the day. Once again, congratulations on your appointment as Member of Parliament, and I know you're going to do a good job as you always does. Keep the great work up, boss.
All right, thank you, Samuel Jack. Samuel Jack, the Godfather, joining us there out of Barbados. Always on our broadcast and always contributes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that contribution. And it's very important points that are raised there, underscoring the kind of work we have ahead of us to do. Let me take one more.
Good morning, Mr. Sharad, Mr. Duncan. Yeah, good morning to you, sir. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Mr. Norton and Miss Rita for Finance
Yeah.
and all of the team. You guys, well, I won't say you did well, but you did your best you can. Due to the circumstances, we were placed in the middle between 2 big giants, and we still fight, but we take a little beating. Yes, we take a little beating. I just say that everybody can't go to Parliament. It's just 12 seats, and everybody can't get to Parliament. And the few who feeling, like betrayed or whatsoever, they should understand that this is a battle, and everybody gotta got to understand certain things. Yeah, so everybody can't go to parliament. I won't even comment about Win and Arnold too, because I don't want to comment about them. But I just want to congratulate Apno and you guys.
All right. Thank you very much.
Hope, wish you guys the best in the future. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. And finally, folks, as we wind down the program, finally, as we wind down the program.
Please, sir, can I call you after this program, after your program? I would like to talk to you. Very serious note. After your program. Look out for my call, please.
Very, very serious.
It for win. Don't know anything about that man. That man is not no easy man. That man is not no easy man. That man was a part of Roger Khan, a part of Grace Kennedy, Peter Williams. All these people, he was a part of them. He was a part of them. He was a part of the party that used to mind the phantom.
Finally, I'm duty bound to say all allegations because we don't have the facts. We don't have the evidence in that. It's easy to say it, but to prove it in court, like Ron the Lamb, something totally different. So all allegations. I'm duty bound. Y'all don't put me in no court matter this person.
Good morning, Mr. Duncan. First of all, let me congratulate you on your way forward. Back to the National Assembly. You've worked hard, you deserve it, and I would have feel so upset if you didn't get back there because you've worked. Many others have worked, but I think you deserve being back in the National Assembly. That's my first congratulations to you. And I want to welcome all the persons also who was placed by the leader in the National Assembly. I wish them well and great success. You guys work hard, you're doing a good job, and continue the good job. I have voted for the APNU, and I will continue to, as long I'm alive, I will not remove. I will continue to put my vote where it belongs. God continue to bless you and enjoy your day.
All right. Thanks for your steadfastness there. Thank you for your resolve. And folks, finally, because folks still sending us, right? Finally. This seems to be a very long voice note. Finally. This seems to be a very long voice note. Folks, about a minute or two when you do. Help us to be efficient, right? About a minute or two when you do. Right? Let's take the shorter one first.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan. I love your program. But the Win Party situation, I'm expecting a betrayal after the first year, because where was Mr. Mohammed when between the period of 2002 and 2006, when there was mass killings in this country, when there's all these atrocities being done to the citizens of this country? Now, because he's affected over some taxes and the sanction, he's coming as a savior. Long live the PNC, long live the AFC. A lot of persons will soon wake up, but expect the betrayal after the first year.
All right. You heard it there. You heard it there, folks. I think that's going to do it for us today. Good morning to all of you. Thanks for your kind words with Parliament. I don't know if to say I deserve it. I'm just happy and privileged and humbled to have been given the nod. Let me put it in that way, right? Thank you guys so much for your kind thoughts. We're going to leave it there, and we're going to catch you guys back up on our next broadcast. Thank you so much for coming through, all of our contributors who joined us this morning. Thank you for taking the time to send us the voice notes. Of course, if you find any value in this program, it's because you guys have contributed to it so wonderfully. And you heard one of the viewers say, fantastic audience, great audience. Yeah, y'all are fantastic. Y'all are great. All of the accolades. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. That's going to do it for us at this end. Until we see you guys at the end of the day, that's our time, that's our broadcast. Stay safe. Thanks for all the contributions again. And thanks to you, all the viewers that make this program possible. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a fantastic